Welcome to the Fire Family Collective podcast, the show dedicated to supporting the unsung heroes of the fire service, the wives, partners, and families who hold down the fort while their firefighters serve. Hi, welcome to the Fire Family Collective podcast. I am Amanda, and I am so excited. I am here with one of my best gals, Jackie. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. We are in my garage, and we're just having girl time. Yes. Okay, so Jackie, tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
I'm Jackie. We've known each other for a little under a year, almost a year at this point. I'm a stay-at-home mom, fitness instructor on the side, but currently working my way, getting back to work. I have been a fire wife for going on 5 years now, and I've been with my firefighter for 7.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And how old is your son?
He's 3.
He's 3. Yes. Okay, so I love your story of how you guys met. Maybe we'll get there. It's so adorable. So one of the things that I love about Jackie, how we met, is she slid into my DMs. It's the greatest story. I'm pretty sure I was like laying on my couch and I checked my DMs and she had messaged me the sweetest message. Hey, I'm like a new lateral in the area and I want to know if you want to hang out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And from there, we set up a park play date. At the time, you were living with your parents, right?
We were away from here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Think about.
You did that for like a month?
A month. A little over a month.
Yeah. So again, like one of the things I love about our relationship, there's so many parallels. Her and Austin met in college. John and I met in college. We did a lateral move as a family when our daughter was like 10 months old and our son was he was 2.
That's crazy.
You guys did a lateral move when
he was 2.5.
2.5. We both have been in like fitness wellness space and like moving our bodies is really important to us. So there's a lot of things that are similar that I love. So I didn't know that when you slid into my DMs.
No.
And we met and we had a park play date and it was like love at first sight.
I know. We got along so well.
Yes. And the kids played great and we hung out at one of our favorite parks. And I remember what it felt like to be the new person. And I loved that someone else was being bold and brave and sending that message because that's scary.
Very.
Like, what gave you the courage to do that?
Honestly, I debated it for a while. But I knew of you from the Firewife Collective and Fire Family Collective. And I don't know. I just felt like we moved from having so many fire family friends and I had nobody. All of the childhood friends I had are just in different phases of life. So I was like, this could go one of two ways. She can either be really nice or be like, you're new. I don't know. And you were super nice and super kind. And I really wasn't expecting us to hang out as quickly as we did. And so I don't know, I pulled the trigger and I was like, if this is an opportunity to make a friend, I'm going to reach out. And it worked out great because now we hang out all the time.
All the time. Yeah. I love that. So like if you're someone listening and you are wanting a connection and you're just feeling a little timid and shy, like take this as a little nudge from the universe. Jackie did it and it worked out great. It might not always work out great, but maybe it'll lead to something else. And you can have like another new connection that you didn't know you needed.
And our husbands worked together that day too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
My husband was in academy and I had told him when he came home, I messaged Amanda because I had told him I was thinking about it. And he's like, you what? And he was like, I just worked with her husband today during academy. And so he was like, her husband just yelled at me all day. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, well, we're hanging out. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
But he loves you guys too.
Yeah.
And he's so happy that I did it because now we have a great family connection.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah. It's so hard because when they're in academy and on probation, there's all those like unwritten rules that they have to follow. And you're like, but how do I find my place as a partner in this and wanting to make connection? And I don't want to put your job at risk and like get you in trouble, but I want to form those connections. And it can be tricky to navigate. kudos to you again for being brave. And yeah, I'm so, so glad we connected. So, one of the things that, you are a lateral, and how was that transition? Like, what did that look like for you in Austin when you were considering it? Because you lived in San Diego near family and
Yeah.
friends, and you had this great community. What was that like?
It definitely was something that was on our hearts for a while. I think we always knew, like, our last apartment wasn't our forever apartment. And so Austin's always had these big goals and big dreams of where he wanted to go. And once we had our son, is more so when we decided, like, okay, like we need to start looking at where we want to go. I started getting in my heart, I wanted to come up this way because my family's here. And I never thought I would end up back up here, but motherhood changed me in the sense of I wanted to be by my parents. So he looked at multiple departments, and we turned down quite a few opportunities. And we actually never heard back for the longest time. I think it was a 2-year process of wanting to come here. And he went to the Palisades fire and he came home, and we were like, we need to figure this out. Where are we going? What's going to happen? We need to just like kind of pull the trigger sooner rather than later, because then we were thinking of like retirement timeline and whatnot. And 2 days later, he got a call from Ventura
That's
City.
crazy.
And so he was like, "Should I go still? It's been 2 years." And I was like, "Go." And now we're here. But it definitely, there was a lot of emotions because I feel like the longer we waited, the more relationships we built, especially friendships. I was like, I loved where I was working. So it was a lot to say bye to, but I feel like I wouldn't have changed anything. We're super happy. And I feel like the relationships we had there were easily built here. So I'm happy.
And you still have those connections. You
Yeah.
go back to San Diego.
Go visit, hang out with people. So it's not like they're lost. I still talk to those people often. Don't see them as much. But again, the relationships we made quickly here makes up for that time, like that lost feeling of like, okay, I have no one, but we do have people here, which has been great.
Right. And I'm going to say that, like, part of that is because of you and Austin, like, taking that role to build that community for yourselves. And for me, that was really hard. I really struggled with that. And you might not think that or see that now, but that was really challenging for me. And we just hung out with our friends from Sacramento. And it was such a good reminder of like, I I was really in a dark place. Like, things were really hard for me postpartum. And to be able to hang on to that friendship through all, 10 years now and moving hundreds of miles away, um, it is meaningful. And so the fact that you had that connection in San Diego, like, that's not going to go away.
Yeah.
And you will continue to prioritize that
Mhm.
as you blossom here in this new community. And it's scary, but
Great.
it's worth it. It's so worth it because now you have all these ties in different areas.
Yeah.
So I totally get it. It's not easy.
No,
Yeah,
but it was worth it. It
it's
was
worth it.
much, much needed.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Okay. And tell us about your fitness, wellness journey. I know it's looked like a lot of things.
So I have my bachelor's of exercise science. I went to Grand Canyon University, which is where I'm at Austin. So I started coaching. It started with me coaching gymnastics when I was 16 and cheer, because that's what I did growing up. And it was an easy job in high school. You get paid well. So I started there, went to college, got my degree, got my certified personal training cert. And I have my post and pre and postnatal cert as well. So I started with CrossFit, training CrossFit, which was new for me because I only did CrossFit for a short time. Got a little gig in San Diego, which was fun. I got pregnant though shortly after. So I kind of had to give it up. I just was not able to do a lot of movement throughout my pregnancy. Of course, coaching had to kind of put away for a little bit. Started coaching again with a functional fitness studio, which was great. I did that for about 2 years. And then I stopped training and became a stay-at-home mom. And Austin was like, I'm going to work more. You stay home, you stay. just be present, which was really nice, and I was really grateful. And then I found Burn Boot Camp, which was amazing, and that opened a lot of doors for me, and I was there for a little under a year because then the move happened and everything, but I've been doing that, and I'm helping open one here, which is super exciting.
So exciting.
Um, it was kind of like everything just aligned. I thought I was gonna have to give something up, something I really loved and enjoyed in San Diego, and then a door opened for me, and so I'm excited for that, but fitness has just been my safe place. It's something I enjoy, and so being able to help others and, like, motivate them and help them with their goals and their own journey is super meaningful to me. I just think everyone can benefit from moving their body, but also we're all in these different points of life and coming together and like being able to help people through those different paths is, I don't know, it just makes me happy and it makes me content.
Yeah, I think so many things. So I'm going to try to remember all the things I wanted to say. I think it's really relatable. Like our husband's career is very physical, and being able to have that connection with our partner is important.
Yeah.
And then I think for you, being able to have something that felt like yours and that you weren't losing it, you were just pivoting, because oftentimes like it can feel like a loss, like you're giving something up, like kind of like you failed, right? Like I went to school for this, I have my degree in this. Like, what am I doing? I'm not pursuing that actively. It doesn't maybe look exactly like what I thought it would look like. We're moving for your career. Yes, I want to be closer to my family. Like you can ask all those questions and have all those thoughts. And it can be really hard not to just go down the negative path.
Yeah.
Um, but it seems like for the most part, you're pretty positive and like have a really good outlook on this is just a pivot and not a failure.
Yeah.
Um, one of the things that I love, Jackie and we did a stair climb together for
Yes.
the 9/11 stair climb here in Ventura. We did a month of yoga together. We'll go on walks together. Are we doing the 10K together?
Doing the 10K together.
We're doing a 10K, people. So I have never ran 6 miles in my life.
Same.
So I'm actually going to do it for the first time in a few days, depending on when this podcast airs. The most I've ran is 5 miles. So I think that, again, like in motherhood and in firewife life, we can kind of get lost in the goal of our family and the goal of our husband and the pursuit of their career and their promoting. And it may seem silly to sign up for a 5K or a 10K, but it's really not. It's
Yeah.
so significant. And like my kids are so excited. I signed them up for the 1K.
Fun.
They're so excited. They're like, "Are we training for the 1K with you, mommy?" And I think it's really important for them to see like me leaving the house to go work out and say like, I'm going to go to yoga with Miss Jackie. And sometimes I'll go when they're still asleep so they don't even know. And I come back before they wake up. And just for them to see the different ways I'm taking care of myself, like you said, being that person for someone else, it does inspire people. And
Yeah.
I can't move your legs for you. I can't drag you out of bed. I can't do the deadlift, none of that. But you are an inspiration, and people see like, okay, Jackie's life doesn't look exactly the way maybe she thought it would. And sometimes it's messy and chaotic, and her husband worked overtime today, but she still got her movement in. Like, that's inspiring. I can do that too. And we all need those people and whatever it looks like in our own life.
Yeah.
And on the hard days, like I'll text like,
Your pictures motivate me.
yes, I've text because I know it helps me. Like, and sometimes I'm not always on social media, so that's like a thing, but I text my people who I know are like trying to work on their goals, and I hope that it helps them because I want them to do the same thing to me and like kind of give you like the kick in the ass that like you might need, because it's hard. Like, I have not been consistent. John had surgery. Life looks very different right now. And I'm like, I'm giving myself grace because this is a blip in time. And yes, I am still important, but I've just shifted. I want to spend more time with my family while he's healing. Um, and I've been sleeping and it's been great.
Awesome. I love my sleep.
Yeah.
I have to have my sleep in order to function.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to be an early riser. Sleep's important.
It's so important. And my kids don't sleep great and they're still learning how to sleep. So I savor it when I can. And I mean, I was still up at 5:45 today and just, whatever. But anyways, all of that to say, like, you are amazing and your light is evident and it matters. People see what you're doing, they feel your just joy for moving your body and for helping other people feel great. And I'm so excited for Burn Boot Camp and what is going to come of that. Like when you're able to start having the pop ups.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to
There's
be
so
great.
many things to come.
Yeah.
I think having the opportunity to help the franchise partners like open it. Uh, I don't know. I guess I never saw myself like in this position, but I'm excited, and I think only so many people know what Burn Boot Camp is. The workouts are great, but the community is even better, which is what I always say. And I feel like it's a great place, especially for first responder spouses, because they have childcare. And so in San Diego, everyone, I feel like there are so many fire wives from all these different departments. So then you all hang out and meet. So I'm excited to see what it brings here.
Yeah. And again, I think that's like the importance of the power of the pivot. And it's not just like feeling defeated and down on things. It's looking for that opportunity of like trusting the universe and our path and what's going to come next. And you were so open minded and it's going to be really great. And like you said, the childcare aspect is great because our first responder isn't always home.
Yeah.
And so knowing that we can take care of ourselves and move our bodies and have our kids see that and have their little buddies that they get to hang out and play with while you're taking care of you, that's so awesome.
100%. No,
Yeah.
I agree. I
Yeah.
love it. I'm excited. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, of course. And I think that that's just like another reminder how important community is in general. Like we're so grateful to have Fire Family Collective as a place to hopefully bring, partners together and find connections, whether it's moving their bodies, whether it's a park play date, whether it's a book club. It can look like so many different things.
Yeah. It doesn't even always need to be play dates. I feel like we do so many different things from, hot yoga to the park with the kids or going on walks without the kids and just so many different things you can do with or without. And I feel like at the end of the day, even if we don't hang out, we check in on each other. And that's the most
Yes.
important thing. How are you doing? What's going on? But we're
Yes.
real, and honest with each other, which I love
Yes.
instead of being like, I'm good.
Yes.
And well, you're not, or you're
Yes.
just surviving, which has been good.
That is one of the things one of the firewives in Sacramento like modeled for me. I would ask her a question and she would send me the scroller of a
I
text
love
message
it.
response. And I felt the same way. I was like, I love that she doesn't just say like things are great
Mhm.
or the other thing is like just respond about the kids,
Yeah.
right? I want to know how you're doing
Yeah.
and getting that long response to say like my spouse is this, the kids update that. And then she would like to also make sure like she told me about her.
Sure.
I was like, I want to be like that.
Mhm.
And sometimes I'll send like a quick like things are crazy, thanks for asking, I'll get back to you like with a longer response. But that is what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want the things are good, thanks. And I've been doing like a lot of audio messages and you're really good at doing that. I love hearing people's voices. It makes such a difference.
Yeah. No, I agree. Sometimes I feel weird when I'm like recording myself talking. I'm like, I'll explain everything so much better if I just send an audio message.
Yes.
And then she could probably tell how I'm doing.
Yes. Yes. And that's the thing is like to have someone who genuinely cares and
Mhm.
can, like you said, you can hear the tone of voice too, to be like, are you sure you're okay? And again, like that's where building this community and having this connection, hopefully, whether, you might not live in an area where we do, where you have a close person that you can go on these walks with and do yoga with or park play date, but you can find a buddy to connect with and send the message to check in on one another And that connection is so meaningful.
No, I agree. I think it's important to have that one person that's not your spouse, because your spouse is your person too. But I feel like when you have another person that just gets it and has, like, if you have kids, and we both have kids, which helped a lot, but I think we just get it. Like, I don't know. So when you're in the same season of life as someone else, you just get it.
Yes.
It makes all the difference.
Yes. And like, for that example of my friend in Sacramento, like she's a few years ahead of me. And so there's things like I benefit from her being a few years ahead of me in motherhood. Like
Yeah.
our husbands were both in the same academy. So in terms of like fire life, we're, going along together. But you need the people in all different, a little bit ahead of you, on the same path as you, or same, season, and then a little bit behind you. So you're all in it together. Someone's pulling me forward. I'm
And
dragging someone behind me.
you're
Like,
pulling me.
yeah, we're all over the place doing it with one another. All right, I have some questions, just like silly questions. Well, maybe some of them aren't silly, but let's see. Is this the one I want to look at? No, not this
No.
one. Where is it? I have all my questions here, people. Well, I remember one. Pre-workout or coffee? There we go. Here we go. Coffee or pre-workout?
Coffee.
Coffee?
Yeah.
What do you...
Pre-workout is not for me.
Okay.
Like the jitters, no. Coffee, my right now drink is my cold brew with 2 pumps of brown sugar and a side of cream.
And you make it your perfect.
Yeah, I just make it perfect.
Yeah.
And add cinnamon too.
Oh,
Super good.
fancy.
Yeah.
I love cinnamon. Okay. Early mornings or late nights? You said you used to be a morning person.
This is hard because I don't like late nights either. I'm in bed by like 9:30, so you think I could get up early. I still have to pick early mornings because I really want to.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of doing it.
Yeah.
Early mornings.
Yeah. What does your morning routine look like?
I get up. The first thing I do is shower. I have to have my morning shower.
Okay.
Otherwise, mama is having a hard day. Even if it's before my workout, I just shower.
Yeah.
And then usually I do my morning, make the bed, and hopefully my toddler is still asleep. Usually he is, and I'll just kind of unload the dishwasher. I have this whole routine. I do the laundry real quick, and then I usually read for a little bit until he wakes up.
What are you reading?
Right now, I just finished. It was 40 Days to Joy-Filled Life. I did it with one of my girlfriends, and we would like send each other our little
check-in.
daily check-in.
I love
like,
that.
Thought
Yeah.
nice. So now I need to find a new book. But yeah, so that was what I was reading every morning, which is good, and it would like motivate you to just your mindset to be better all day.
Yeah, first thing.
But it was a good book. I highly recommend it. And that was it. And then he wakes up and we start our
Mom
day.
mode.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
But mornings.
I love that.
Mornings.
I love that. Hot yoga or outdoor run?
Hot
yoga. For sure.
I'm sure you knew that one.
Yeah. Favorite recovery ritual? We talked about this a little bit. Like, I'm not good at that. I don't have a good recovery practice.
Right now, I don't have a good recovery practice, but if I like could choose anything, and some people might disagree with this one, but I really love a good cold plunge.
Okay.
I love cold plunging.
Yeah.
It's been a while, so I don't know how I would do now, but if I could just cold plunge and foam roll, that would be great. Which I was really good at before we moved, and like getting the cold plunge in and like taking time.
I don't even know. Do we
stretch.
have somewhere here?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I really haven't looked into it.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I need to look into it, but it's good. I love it. It makes me feel good.
We have a cold plunge. I have not been in it.
I forgot about that.
So John asks me every day, he's like, okay, are you going to go? And I'm like, no, I am not. I know. I was actually thinking about it today on my run. I was like, maybe just one of these days after I run and I'm like still really hot, just go in.
You should. I don't dunk my head. If like I can't mentally, I need to. It's a goal.
I feel like so 2 things with the cold plunge recovery water theory. I just had a friend years ago tell me like in your shower, just like turn the water colder and just like try to have colder water. I was like, never. I am not ruining my shower. Yeah.
Showers are boiling.
They have to be separate. Like we can't do that. No. And then sister actually works somewhere with a cold plunge and like this whole recovery
Okay.
thing with sound baths and yoga and all this stuff. And so she keeps telling me like the science behind it. And she'll be like, just try 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like gearing up for. I'm like, okay, just dunk. Like start somewhere. So I'll get there. I'll let you, I'll let you
30
know.
seconds and then increase.
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna, and the seed has been planted and I've been like mulling it over
I'll
for
do it
too
with
long.
you.
Okay.
We'll do it together.
Yes, yes. Okay, I love that. Okay, one word that describes this season. I couldn't even pick one.
Yeah, I feel, busy, I would say. I don't know. All my words are like multiple.
You can do more than one.
I just feel like it's a learning season right
Yeah, that's a good one.
like
I can see that.
everything we're learning our new life here. I feel like we're finally getting into routine, but I'm going back to work, so that's going to be a whole new learning. And yeah, just the first year of probation for me. Austin's always prepared me for probation, like since we've started dating. Like when I'm on probation, like I want you to know it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, okay. I grew up in a first responder household too, but I don't remember any of this part. um, so as much as he prepared me as best as he could. But I think I'm learning a lot of what I didn't know going into it and how stressed and how much pressure he would have,
Yeah.
especially as a lateral. I think I was like, oh, you're a lateral. It's going to be easier. But I think he just has this extra weight right now. And I'm learning that it's different right
Well,
now.
the expectations are different, right? When you're a probationary brand new firefighter, you don't know anything.
No.
But then when you're a lateral, they expect you to know everything.
Yeah.
And then you're learning it in a different city and a different way, how they do things and whatever, run calls, the protocols, the county, medical regulations, the way you drive through the city, the apparatus are different. They're not necessarily the same engines. Like all the things are so different. The culture is different.
100%.
So it's harder in different ways being a lateral.
Yeah. And I know there was a lot of like the medical side where he did have to learn like a lot of new things compared to San Diego. So that was new for him. And so just which he's great at now, but at the beginning there was a lot of pressure of like study, 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 and he still does study, but it doesn't feel as much as we come towards the end, which
Right.
is nice. But he still has the pressure of feeling like I need to get through this first year because if we don't, like, what do you do?
Yeah.
And he
So
again,
stressful.
it's just that added pressure of like this is for our family, and he wants to be as successful as possible, not only in his career but for home too.
Right.
So lots of learning. But then we're almost done with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a perfect word to describe it. Learning. I like that. Yeah. You guys are doing great.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you have a current song on repeat?
I really like Be Her by Ella Langley. I feel like I'm
Okay.
constantly
I'll have to write
listening.
that down.
You'll have to.
Be Her.
Yeah,
Ella
I'll send it to
Langley.
you.
Yeah. Send it to me.
It's really good. It's catchy. It
Okay.
has a good album.
Do you listen to her other stuff too?
I just started to.
Okay.
Austin actually introduced.
Yes.
He had a song he liked by her, and someone else was in it too.
So random.
And then I started listening to her music, and we were talking about a concert, but both
Yes.
of them were like, "Stay,
Do it.
go, plan
Book it. Yes.
and go."
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So John is super into the like AI versions of 50 Cent songs.
My
It's
goodness.
crazy. It's crazy. It's so cool. I mean, it's like,
Does he make his own song?
it's 50 Cent. It's like, it's not like, it's his AI.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he owns it.
That's
it's
crazy.
really cool. It's very like soul 50 Cent. It's so random. I know. It's so random when you're like, John listens to that? Like, yeah. Yeah, he does. I don't have a current song that I would say is on repeat right now. When Session with MGK with Machine Gun Kelly. Everything. Yes, I have an artist on repeat. When his song Times of My Life came out, I listened to it literally on repeat. I'm so ancient. This is so embarrassing. I didn't know how to do repeat on Spotify. Like I pay for Spotify so that I don't have to listen to the commercials. I literally didn't know that you could like have it repeat. I'm not even kidding. It's so embarrassing. And then this song came out and I was like determined. How do I figure out how to repeat it? So I don't know. I listened to it 100 times that day, like just on repeat. So that would be my most recent song I listened to ridiculously on repeat.
So you figured it out.
I figured it out.
Okay.
I was like determined obsession. Yeah.
Mhm.
What is one thing that keeps you grounded?
Working out. I feel like movement is key. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to. And I've always not been great at working out when he's on duty. And so this week I've worked out even when he's on duty, which has been really good for me. So I'm going to try to keep it up.
Yeah.
When we're in San Diego, I would work out when he was at work because I had the childcare
Right.
option. Um, and so here that's been a definite change
Yeah.
in my routine, but I feel so grounded when I work out. It just makes me happy. I feel like I function better. And I don't know, I just feel like when I do something for me, even if it's 30 minutes, I don't know, life just feels completely different.
For sure. So relatable listeners, I did not have a good movement practice before the kids were born. I was great. I had 6 days a week. I was at the gym doing stuff in Sacramento. And then pregnancy was not good for me. Postpartum was not good for me. Finding the ability just to leave the house and put the kids in a stroller and go on a walk was monumental.
Yeah.
The seasons of motherhood and shifting and figuring out how I could do life was very challenging. So eventually, when I crawled out of the hole, we had purchased a Peloton bike during COVID and started slowly building a home gym because we wanted access to move our bodies. John was super into CrossFit type working out. So that was important for him to have that movement still access. And so when we moved here to Ventura, we started making a home gym for me to be able to work out upstairs in our bedroom because I just wanted to remove every barrier and like have no excuse. Roll out of bed and work out in your bedroom. Um, and then slowly added on, as you can see, this sounds so ridiculous for people who are listening. I'm just going to share half a mile from the beach. I was just telling this to Jackie yesterday. Like, I didn't know I could like walk to this beautiful promenade boardwalk area. It is so embarrassing. I had no idea. It's just in my neighborhood. Anyways, whatever. But figuring things out when your partner isn't home versus when they are home. So we eventually did get a treadmill, which again sounds ridiculous because whatever, walking is free.
Get the kids.
Yeah. So exactly. And I'm a morning person. So for me, I try to wake up around 5 and get in my walk and my workout, hopefully completely done before my kids wake up. They sleep a little bit later. They go to bed a little bit later. So I am a mean human if I don't move in some way or take care of me. I used to wake up and journal and do gratitude. I haven't added that in since before kids for sure, but I'm the opposite where I can be totally on routine. But then when John's home, that's when it's harder because I'm like, oh, I want like cuddles. I want to lay with you. Or because all my stuff is in the bedroom. And
I need to get up. I need to get up and go work out.
Right, because you're finally like, he'll take the kid. But mine's opposite because all my workout stuff is in the bedroom. He's asleep in bed and I'm like, we need to have stuff that I can do down here more, or I just need to change my workout for the days he is home and not just walk. It's an excuse. Just need to figure it out. But it's
You're
just
so consistent.
I am not.
I feel like you are.
I was. I definitely was. I was so solid. I'm getting back to it. Because I feel better when I do that.
And like when we sent into the pictures, I'm like, I need to work out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just feel like you're doing it every morning, 5 a.m.
I do it a lot. I do it. Well, for the most part, I pretty much always get in my walks. I do. I don't always get my strength.
Okay.
Yeah. But text me.
Yes.
Yeah. Text your buddy. Keep each other accountable.
Yes.
Yeah. Text me.
I will.
Yeah.
No, I should.
Last one. What is a goal you're working towards right now? You have so many.
Yeah, I have a lot.
Share
I
one
think
or
my
two.
biggest one would be burn boot camp.
Yeah.
Training for that, because I'll be
You have your
training
tests,
and I
right?
have a test
Yeah.
that they do for all their trainers called the strength and conditioning test. And so I'm training for that because I need 5 pull-ups and I'm close, but I don't know, I feel like once I lose it, it's gone. Like I don't, which is so bad because I had to train for pull-ups years ago, like pre-baby.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was good. And then once I stopped, I was like, oh, I can't do one anymore. So training for that specifically right now are 10K, which I probably train for maybe once a week. But I know I'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Yeah.
And yeah, I think really my mindset's just like preparing to go into work mode again. Is like my biggest goal and like figuring out, okay, Austin gets to like be home with him when he's off duty and I'm going to go to work and all the things. Just kind of my goal is becoming back into multitasking with working and motherhood and fire life.
Yeah. Like, how do you keep all the things, right? Like, you as your priority, making sure you're taking care of you, making sure your marriage is your priority, making sure your son is taken care of, your family unit, like maintaining your relationships, your family as like your bigger family, right? Your in-laws, your parents, your siblings. Like, it's a lot.
It's a lot,
Yeah,
but it's all possible somehow. It is because
it
we've done
is.
it.
Yeah.
So it's just getting back into that.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest goal.
I love that. I cannot do a pull-up.
You can't. I feel like you could.
I can't. I tried. After you and I talked, I did.
did?
I did like the hang thingy. I can't even remember. You told me the names. I'm so bad at
Maybe we need
this
to work on
language.
this after.
Yeah. We'll do a little video for social media, podcast, a little side note.
Yes.
Dead hang, right? Is that what
Dead
it's
hang.
dead hang? Yeah, I remembered.
Negatives.
Negatives, yes. Yeah. So that is one of my goals. Getting through not getting through. I'm very excited to run alongside of you for 6 miles.
With our AirPods.
Yes, I need my music for sure. Yeah, and Annie she couldn't find her AirPods.
No.
So like when we did our 5K, I just like played the music on my phone and I was like,
my
we're listening to MGK
the whole time.
the whole time. And she likes him, so it was okay. But yeah, we'll do our 10K and we'll figure out a next goal. But I definitely that is on my list. The pull-ups. Oh yeah, for sure. That'll be September.
Like weighted vest or something this time.
The whole time?
Yeah, we could do it. I think we could.
I don't know. It was not as challenging as I thought it would be. I was convinced I would only be able to do 4 flights of stairs.
You were like, I don't think I'm going to do it all.
Yeah.
But you did.
I was shocked. I'm not going to lie. That was a huge surprise.
It was fun.
It was fun. Yeah. And then we got smoothies after.
We did. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It was.
Yeah. So now we'll train for that then.
Yes, we will. Well, thanks for hanging out. Did you want to say anything else?
No. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
This was fun.
That was super fun. Thanks for hanging out in the garage with us girls.
Yeah.
And find a buddy, make a connection, slide into their DMs. Like, there's so many things. Just, try to make a friend. Don't be afraid to reach out. Find the positive when you can. And, find the beautiful possibilities in what's next instead of like just having that fear mindset. And Jackie and Austin have done such a beautiful job of opening their minds to change and, like she said, learning.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's all temporary.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Not forever.
No.
Yeah. I kept telling myself that. I was running this morning. Only 30 minutes. I said, just do 30 minutes. That's it. I can do this for 30 minutes. Yeah, for sure. You're amazing. I love you. Thanks for being in my life and our family's life.
Thanks for accepting us in your
Yeah.
lives and
Yeah.
having us. It's
Yeah.
been so fun.
Yeah. Find a buddy, share Fire Family Collective with someone that you know that might be looking for it, and have a great day, everyone. Bye.
Bye.